UFC Vegas 109 underdog picks, my favorite dog picks for this card. UFC Vegas 109 is a decent Apex card. We're going back to the Apex, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my three favorite underdog picks from my least confident to my most confident. Before we go ahead and get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into the recap of last weekend. So starting off with the recap of last weekend, UFC Vegas 108, we did decent on the underdog picks. My favorite underdog of the card cast, of course, I was very confident in this underdog, and he is the guy that I put the most units on, and that guy is Chris Duncan at plus 170. He cashed us out by unanimous decision in a fight of the night against Matus Rebecki or Raumbetsky, however you want to say that last name. The other two underdog picks did not cash, unfortunately. I was this close to taking Neil Magny as one of my favorite underdogs last weekend, and I did put a little bit of money on him, but I was not confident in Neil Magny at all. He did pull off the KO. I didn't pick him as one of my favorite underdogs. I do regret that. But Ketlin Souza, who was my least confident, unfortunately, she just got out-wrestled in that fight. Somehow it was a split. It should have been unanimous. And then the other pick, which was, who was it against? Trishan Gore. He just didn't do anything. He was stuffing all the takedowns, but he got outboxed by Rodolfo Vieira for 3 rounds as well. So all of the fights went the distance, but Chris Duncan cashed us out plus 170. And I always put the most units on my most favorite and my most trusted underdog of the week. If you guys want to get into unit variations and how much I usually put per card, I'll do another breakdown of that. I'll make another video for that. Let me know in the comments down below. But we'll get into this week without a further ado. UFC Vegas 109, decent Apex card. We got Roman Dolidze facing, oh my goodness, Anthony Hernandez. I just blocked out my first underdog of the week. My first dog pick of the week is going to be Toshiomi Kazama. There's a lot of massive underdogs on this card. So finding an underdog this weekend is going to be a bit tough. I do think it is going to be a favorite-heavy card. I do truly believe it's going to be a favorite-heavy card, but there are a couple sneaky underdogs that could pull it off. I think Toshiomi Kazama could be one of them. In his last fight, he got a submission win over Charalampos Gregorio. It was a bit of a scrap. He almost got knocked out, and then he found that kind of, it wasn't a fluke sub, but it was a sub kind of out of nowhere where you didn't really expect it. He pulled off a little sub, and I think it was a rear naked choke, got it done, and he's facing an undefeated prospect in Elijah Smith, I believe, who is a good prospect, but he's very young in his career. He just faced Vince Morales, who gave him quite a lot of trouble, to be honest. Vince is quite tough, and he does have some nice submissions, and honestly, Elijah Smith got caught up in a lot of those submissions. And that gives me kind of the idea that Toshiomi Kazama, if he does play this right, he does go straight to the grappling, straight to the back, try to secure a rear naked choke, try to secure a Doris choke or something. Elijah Smith could slip up, get himself choked out. It is chalky. It is sketchy. You know, it's a good line. It's plus 400. If you want to put a little bit of money on it, it's definitely worth it. But he is my most confident dog, or my least confident dog on this card. But I'm still going to take him and put a little bit on him because I do think he could pull it off, and I do think he could pull it off by finish. So Toshiomi Kazama is the first dog I am picking for this weekend at UFC Vegas 109. We move on to the next dog, who I am pretty confident in, and I do believe has a solid chance to win this fight, and that is Angela Hill at plus 170. She is constantly the underdog. In her last fight against Ketlin Souza, she finally got a split decision win. She finally got the judges to give her a win, and she's fighting Yasmin Lucindo, who is going to be a much worse striker than Angela Hill. Angela Hill, even though she's 40, the Unks have been pulling this shit off nonstop, just like last weekend with Neil Magny, and the weekend before, there's been so many, so many Unks have been pulling this off at plus money odds, at underdog value, and they've just been doing it nonstop. And I do believe in Angela Hill. 40 years old, she's still got fight in her. She still has that championship mindset. She still wants to get wins. She still wants to continue her career and push forward and get better. And I think at plus 170, you got to take Angela Hill in this fight. It's either dog or pass for me. I'm not trusting Yasmin Lucindo. She got dominated in her last fight by Lemos, and it was such a boring fight. She got taken down. She got held down, didn't do anything. She's the much younger fighter in this matchup, but Angela Hill, skill for skill, is the better striker. She can defend takedowns, and I think she's going to get her hands going a lot more than Yasmin Lucindo. And when we're in the Apex, the judges want to see striking differentials. They want to see who's the better striker, who's marching forward, who's pushing forward, and I'm hoping and I'm trusting that Angela Hill will be that fighter. Unless Yasmin Lucindo takes her down immediately and just lays on her for 3 rounds, I see Angela Hill winning this, either by split or by unanimous decision. Give me Angela Hill as my next most confident underdog pick at plus 170. Now, we move on to my most confident underdog pick for this week, another big underdog. And it is definitely, I'm definitely taking a chance with this one. But we are going to the main event, and we are going with Roman Dolidze at plus 250. He might even be more than plus 250 now. He might be plus 270. Like, he is such a big underdog against Anthony Hernandez, and honestly, I might be blind, but I don't know why. I don't know why. I picked Roman Dolidze as my pick for this fight. He is my pick in the main event. I'm taking Roman Dolidze. I'm taking him as an underdog, and I made a whole breakdown of why I believe Anthony Hernandez is a bit overrated, and I think Roman Dolidze could show that and show the discrepancies in Anthony Hernandez's game and the holes in his game, because Roman Dolidze is big for the division. He's got lots of power. In his last fight, he showed how much cardio he had against Marvin Vettori. His output is solid. His power is really good, and I think he can stuff the takedowns of Anthony Hernandez. This will be a striking matchup. You know, Hernandez has said he wants to strike, but the grappling just does better for him. I don't see the grappling going off here, and I think if this is a striking matchup, Roman Dolidze's got more power. The speed is about the same. Anthony Hernandez might be a bit faster, but I think Roman Dolidze will land the bigger shots, hurt Anthony Hernandez late in this fight. I think he's going to hurt him. This is going to go the distance, I do believe. Both these guys are very tough, very durable, don't throw the most volume, and I think Roman Dolidze is going to get himself a decision in this fight. Give me Roman Dolidze at plus 250. I think he's plus 270 now as my favorite underdog on this card. I think this fight the odds should be much closer. You know, Roman Dolidze as the underdog, I get it because Anthony Hernandez is on such a long streak, but the dude just beat Brendan Allen. You know, who Brendan Allen doesn't even know what he wants to do with his career. He doesn't even know how he wants to fight. And before that, who did he beat? He beat Michel Pereira, who gassed out after round one. And before that, he beat Roman Kopylov, who has zero ground game. He is finally fighting a fighter who is well-rounded in Roman Dolidze, who can stuff the takedowns, who trains with Merab, who has good cardio, who has good striking, and is very big for the division. Give me Roman Dolidze plus 250 as my favorite dog of the card. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment down below who your favorite underdog this weekend is, and I will catch you boys in the next one. See you.